According to a story from the website eioh.ca in Fredericton, New Brunswick, every person that applied for unemployment benefits having some severance paid to them by their employers remained uncounted in the official unemployment numbers released prior to the last Canadian federal election. The numbers were released monthly to make the Conservatives appear to be wise stewards of the economy, but it was all a fabrication, and Canada's economy was worse off than reported. Not just a ploy to win the election, it was primarily to pay EI claimants less benefits. Terrence Robinson's employment insurance claim has uncovered yet another of the government's dirty tricks, and the matter is set to be heard by the Federal Court of Appeals on October 28th at 2 p.m. at Fredericton. What was the scope of the scandal that this 62-year-old man's EI claim found? For starters, could Mark Carney and the Bank of Canada not have known that the economic numbers they were using were fabricated by the government? Is it even possible that they could have missed these substantial differences in the unemployment figures? Are they not then implicated in this? Will Carney soon be on his way back to Canada like Conrad Black before him? Is Canada's credit rating to be downgraded substantially because of the false reporting? Is Jim Flattery, Canada's financial steward, keeping two sets of books, or does one show the unemployment figures as bad as they really were? When the governments break the law, there is no end to the serious consequences. The website eioh.ca explains that the length of the EI benefit period is mandated by law to take regional unemployment numbers into consideration. The Employment Insurance Act, Statutes of Canada 1996, Chapter 23, Paragraph 2, Subsection 2, and others show that all EI claimants received fewer weeks of benefits than they were legally entitled to receive, because EI refused to count many claimants that should have been included in specific regional unemployment numbers. Even when applicants made legitimate applications for benefits and had received written confirmations that their applications had been received at EI secure servers, they still were not registered as unemployed. The government, in these court documents, admit that one such applicant, Robinson, had tried to apply. The then Minister of Human Resources had been informed in writing that the Robinson application for EI benefits had indeed been received. Robinson produced the confirmation number 403-22044. But that specific application was stolen from the secure servers and was not available to EI staff. The government admits to the court that documents in the secure file were lost. Then it accuses Robinson of having made a later replacement application, even when it was done on specific EI staff orders, so as to qualify for TCES work. It is not conceivable, nor believable, that the government would go to such lengths to count one less person on the unemployment rolls. And no one believes that only a single claimant was affected. Thousands of applications with confirmation numbers were stolen from EI secure servers, based on the government's admissions in this one case alone. The Auditor General, the RCMP, and Elections Canada all have a responsibility to properly investigate this evident EI fraud. And the Conservatives should welcome media coverage of any investigation or judicial review that takes the focus off their Mike Duffy and the Prime Minister's Office Senate scandal. One has to give, even grudgingly, some credit to Harper, because he was, for a time, a good scam artist. Now with his latest dirty trick having been found out, he's not even that anymore. His response, already know what his tactics are, will be to air another sleazy smear ad. That's all the Harper legacy will be. On the eioh.ca website, you can also read Robinson's own account of how he discovered the government's fraud, the largest EI fraud ever in Canadian history.
eioh.ca. The wicked shall cease their troubling.